with style and beautiful, vibrant colors that became known as neo-pop and represented the 60s. And he's continued to dazzle the art world with his style. This Saturday, he unveils his latest original pieces, his homage to masters, at a reception here in New Orleans at the Angel King Gallery. And Peter Max is joining us by phone to talk about the exhibit. Peter, hi, how are you?
Hey, so nice to talk to you.
And you've been a guest on the show before, and we always like you when you come to New Orleans. How many times you been to the city? You come a lot, right?
Oh, I've been there 50 times, or 30, 40 times in the last 5, 10, 15 years at least.
And we've got
Angela King has been my art dealer for so many years. She's one of the best art dealers in the United States.
Really? Now we've got some of your paintings here. I mean, these are beautiful, and the one thing that's great about your work is all the color. I mean, the colors are so vibrant in your work.
Well, I've always loved color, and luckily, I don't know if you know my history, but I was raised in China. I was born in Berlin, and at the age of 1, my parents moved to Shanghai, where I lived for 10 years, and then about 9 months after that in Tibet. You can imagine China is filled with colors, especially when they have their holidays. There's millions of colors all over the streets. So, and I had a nanny, At the time when I was 3, my mother hired a daughter of another artist who was like a street artist. He couldn't come, so he sent his daughter over. And it wasn't until I was 5, 6 that I realized when I was 3 and she started with me, guess how old she was? She was 9.
Really?
Yeah.
And
9-year-old nanny.
And so how did you learn how to paint? I mean, where did this come from?
This girl that taught me how to draw and paint. I used to love to draw and paint because my father loved to do it, even though he was a businessman. He owned a bunch of retail stores in Shanghai. But he used to like to draw, and when I started drawing really nice, one day my mother saw a street artist, and she asked him if he could come over and teach me. He said, no, but I'll send my daughter. So she came over with a big stack of paper, and she would have me draw like just circles, squares, and zigzags. Like, when you mess up a page, you just make kind of circular things in every direction. That's what she wanted me to do. She had me do it for months. So my hand and my wrist, they get used to like the motion of drawing, and then drawing became very easy to me.
Well, you've come a long way, and you're doing this homage to some of the greats, and you don't reproduce their work. Do you give your interpretation of their work?
No, their work is public domain.
Yeah.
So I'll take a Van Gogh portrait, but I'll copy it in the Peter Max style.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Reprinting his. But everybody knows it's Van Gogh, and everybody knows Picasso's Picasso. And so I've done maybe 20, 30 of the most famous painters in the history of the world. From Van Gogh, Rembrandt, Picasso, Chagall, Matisse, I mean, all of them. And it's not like I started one day. One day I just did one and people loved it, so I did another one. And I always loved these guys because in art school they were my favorite.
Yeah.
They were the world's favorite. That's why they're so famous. So I drew Matisse, I drew Picasso. And it was really unbelievable, that series has become very, very famous. Angela King always loved them. Now, my art show that I'm going to have there in New Orleans, which is going to be on March.
It's
9th,
Saturday. It's Saturday.
This Saturday from March 9th from 6 to 9. You'll see not only homage to these masters, but you also see my regular work, which is homage to myself.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. All right, Peter, thanks for joining us. We appreciate your calling today,
good.
And we'll look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
Please come up and see me at the gallery. It's at 241 Royal Street, okay? I'd love to see you.
All right, thanks very much, Peter. We appreciate
that.
Bye-bye. If you'd like more information on the homage to the masters at the Angela King Gallery on Royal Street this Saturday, you can get more information on that by calling the number on the screen. It's 524-8211, or you can look for a link on our website, WWLTV.com. Just click